Welcome, Libra, to your tarot reading for the week of April 12th. I hope you all are doing fantastic. We'll take a look at the energies for the week and the challenge, what will be unexpected, and a piece of advice. And if time allows, we'll look a little deeper. So let's see what's going on. What do our Libras need to know this week? I'm using the deck called, well, right now it's called Veronicas Dreams Tarot. It is my deck. I haven't really officially named it. This is my prototype. My prototype in being I'm trying to figure out, what I like or don't like. What do we need to know? Libra, Six of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. I love the Ace of Pentacles. I love the Six of Swords. Six of Swords can be a really, and my deck at Six of Clarity can be a really good card. Challenge for the week is the Devil, and unexpected energy this week is the Wheel, and advice this week is Five of Wands. Queen of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. Libra, Libra, Libra. I mean, I feel like this could just be about taking care of yourself. You want to be in a position of I almost feel like grandeur is my word I want to come up with, but like being in this really great position where you're feeling very fulfilled emotionally, mostly, maybe even more than that. But the week is good. The week is good. There's Six of Wands with the Ace of Pentacles, followed by the Six of Clarity. First off, sixes are good in general and the tarot because those are many completions. So there is good spots here. You've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is planting new seeds, making things happen. So I do feel like things are really good. Six of Wands, recognition. You may be getting publicly recognized for something. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is that new beginning where you're like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And she's actually planting that pentacle, making it grow. And the Six of Swords is you moving towards that energy. Six of Clarity. So I do feel like you're going to be headed in the right direction. Absolutely. Let's clarify these and see if we can get anything more on the Six of Wands. Keep in mind, whatever you're doing to try to fulfill yourself, whether this is work, projects, love, this is what this is about. So Six of Wands, please, which is the Five of Cups. And oh, that's interesting. The Ace of Pentacles. What is the Ace of Pentacles? I got the deck upside down. Ace of Pentacles, please. That's the King of Wands. And the Six of Clarity is the Death card. So yeah, you're ready for changes there. So the Five of Cups clarifying this Six of Wands. There's something here where maybe you were disappointed, but it brought in new clarity, new perspective on understanding maybe what you want to do to move forward. So there is something that brought you disappointment, but it gave you recognition. Not you necessarily getting recognized, but more importantly, you recognizing that is this worth it? Like you're deciding, is this worth it? There is something new happening here, and it has to do with the King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands could be a fire sign, so that would be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or it could be you actually taking charge and going, you know what? I'm going to do this. I am going to start this. I don't know, whatever this is. Let me get another clarifier on this and see if we can get any more information on this Ace of Pentacles. What are you starting here? Oh, Judgment. Yeah, something new. New life. Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, there is something here where you're definitely, this could be, for some of you, it could be like starting over again. So the Judgment being a renewal, a rebirth of something from the past, which could be this King of Wands. It doesn't have to be a male, could be a female, but it's the energy of that, someone coming in. But you're deciding that, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. You're diving in. And it does feel a lot to me like, it does in a way feel like love to me for some reason, because there is that feeling of, yeah, I'm going to do this. The Six of Swords is, and once you decide and once you plant that seed, you're going to move straight towards that. And that's what this is. You're not moving away from it. You're moving towards it, because that's the decision you're making here. And the death card, those changes. You're ready to change. You're ready to like let go of the old and bring in the new, so to speak, with the death card. Um, and you're kind of like ready to bloom. You're going. You're doing it. So I do feel like this, it does feel a lot like love to me in this respect, in this sense. The devil is in your challenge. There may be something that you've been stuck on or attached to in the past, and it's leading you to go, shoot, do I really want to? So whatever that disappointment was, even though you recognize that you were disappointed, there's an attachment there, and it's like kind of like an addiction. Sometimes we get attached to people that aren't good for us, and that's what I feel like this is. Yeah, you're healing from it, so it might just take some time. So it may feel like a challenge right now, but if you give yourself a break, it won't be a challenge for too long. So know that, like, allow yourself to heal, because unexpectedly you're ready. The wheel, it's got a lot of energy of that Six of Swords or Six of Clarity. The wheel, things are moving forward and you are going with it. You're going with the flow of the wheel. In this case, it's the current of the river that the wheel is pushing the water towards. So anything more on this wheel and the unexpected? Okay, we've got Page of Pentacles. Yes, this is, I mean, you've been working on this. This is something you've been working on. So you want this, the Page of Pentacles, and it's a discovery. And once you discover that you're really headed in the right direction, the wheel is also that faded energy, you know, of being like, I am headed in the right direction. Yes, absolutely. And that Page of Pentacles is you making that complete discovery, although it did take some work, because the Page of Pentacles definitely puts in the work. You have the Five of Wands in your advice. I would say be really careful of, like, to me, this is that forewarning of don't get in unnecessary arguments. Stay away from gossip. Stay away from crap. Like if there's anything people are like fighting about at work or, you know, at home or anything, stay away from it. It's not worth it. This is saying, you know, it's not worth it. If you look like he doesn't have his wand in his hand and he's like, is this really worth the battle? He's looking at his hands going, you know, I mean, is it? And it's not really a fight as much as it is an argument, and it's a challenge and it's competition. And it's like, well, do I have, you know, why do this? So I feel like that's what the energy is. Is there anything else the our Libras need to know about this situation? Because you want to fill that darn cup. This does feel like love to me a lot. So for those of you like, let me know if that resonates with you. Tell me more about this. Yeah, Lovers and the Five of Clarity. Yes. Be very careful, very, 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 very careful of putting yourself in a position of fighting for something that's not really worth it. Five of Swords. The Lovers is that you do have choices on who, you know, Lovers is also about choices, but really it's about, if you want a really good partnership, which you will, just be forewarned that this Five of Swords, Five of Clarity is showing up, which means that you may be given a, I don't even call it an opportunity, to fight for something, and you have to decide whether it's worth the fight, and are the people around you playing fairly, because you've got the Five of Wands in your advice. It's like, stay away from that. So I'd be very careful, be very cognizant of that, because it all has to do with this devil showing up in your challenge. You know, you may be a little bit more attached to what you had in the past, and they may be fighting for you, or they seem to be, but that's not really what it is about. Don't take everything on face value. So there you have your reading. I hope you enjoyed this. Take care and have a beautiful week.